I didn't personally know Kerrie, but as a survivor of the fallen, I followed her tragic death closely. I knew Kerrie was amazing, but I didn't realize just how amazing she was until I talked to her mother, Ellen. Kerrie was an angel here on earth long before she began her life in heaven. Kerrie loved people. She gave up most of her free time to serve them, guide them, and teach them. She spent her last hours, 4 hours before she was due to go on maternity leave, to take Olivia home from the hospital, giving her life for the people. She was robbed of her opportunity to live the life of a mother, and there is nothing that will ever replace that. I wasn't asked to give a speech about Kerrie Orozco, but I felt it necessary to include her today, the day after Mother's Day, and the day she is inducted into the Nebraska Law Enforcement Memorial. With that, I would like to take a moment of silence in her honor.
Officer Kerrie Orozco. Mostly I want to thank the family members that are here today of our fallen officers. Ellen, it's always hard to see you, but it's always great to see you. I was asked to give a reflection of service for our profession. I've got about 3 minutes to do that, so I'm going to jump right into it. It was about a year ago today when Officer Kerrie Orozco died in the line of duty. Obviously, that was by far my toughest day as chief, toughest day for the Omaha Police Department. Proud to be here to honor Kerrie, though, for what she did. She was an exemplary officer who was shot and killed protecting society. Attempting to arrest somebody that was a menace to our society, that was intent on hurting others, had hurt others in the past, and would continue to hurt others had he not been apprehended. That was something that she did every day. That's something the law enforcement across this state and across this country do every day, and nobody knows about it. Nobody knows about it 99.9% of the time. But on this occasion, we all got to know about it. Because someone has to protect society, somebody has to assume the role of guardian, or those extremely rare violent offenders would take over. They try to rule by fear and intimidation and violence. It's really that simple.
Ready. Aim. Fire. Fire. Fire.
I see many different uniforms that are gathered around here today, many different services, but all share that common purpose to keep us safe. You all share the sacrifices that you and your families make. You work to protect our fellow citizens when we're all sleeping. You work on the weekends when we're taking it off. You work on holidays when we're enjoying it with our families. You work around the clock to keep us safe. And as we're all gathered here today, we know this job is dangerous. And of course, within the last year here, we know how those sacrifices can add up. We know Detective Kerrie Orozco was one of those people who was willing not only to give back to her community, but give, as Abraham Lincoln said, that last full measure of devotion. Her life in defense of our city, Omaha.